and welcome back to my channel. I'm starting off my morning with a coffee, although it's decaf, don't judge me. Ray turned 9 months old just the other day. It is crazy how quickly he is growing up. I know people say it all the time, save every moment, but truly savor every single moment. So quick. Today I thought I would show you guys a little bit of his 4 to 8 month period kind of baby must-haves, if you want to call them must-haves, but these are just items that we have used and have gotten us through the last, sorry, it's gonna be a little noisy, through those 4 months of his life, which is a real development stage. And so I thought, now that he's 9 months, I can look back and I can take you through all of those things. I'm gonna wait for that, because if you guys don't know, and if you're new to our channel, we live in Melbourne, Australia. So we are going through our second wave of COVID-19, and it's brutal at the moment. So we are in lockdown, and really, really strict lockdown. We've been so protective of Gray, so we've really been at home for like the last 5 months, you know, really. So, I mean, we went to New Zealand at 4 months, but COVID was just being talked about then. But in that 2 weeks that we were there, it blew up right around the world and back to Australia. And we've been at home pretty much ever since. We haven't gone out, we haven't taken Gray anywhere other than to like the doctors to have vaccinations and things. So every day, honestly, is like Groundhog Day. Every day is the same day. We're talking about the same stuff. We're going on the same walk at the same time. But at the end of the day, we're also reminding ourselves how grateful we are, because there are so many families out there who's losing loved ones or are losing their jobs, and my heart breaks for them every single day. It's horrible to think all the things that have gone on this year. It's just horrible. So we are counting our blessings. Back to what today's vlog is going to be about. These are products that we genuinely love and have used over the last 4 months. Even before I was pregnant, I loved watching these types of videos. And I had my little notebook and I would write down products that I saw when we got pregnant. It was like, awesome, where's your little book? And I had my list of stuff that I loved. So I don't know, maybe you guys can do the same, take what you will away from it. But I also wanted to show you as well. Gray has been playing with these items. These are just things that are around the house. So I know that what I'm gonna show you today is things that cost, but just be reminded that you don't have to spend money for them to have a fun time playing. Holding a baby and holding a camera. Say hello, Gray. Say good morning. Give everyone a smile, show everyone your teeth. They are growing. Perfect. I'm gonna make my coffee and then I'll get back to you guys. Okay, I am standing literally on a chair right now to show you all of this. There are so many different teethers out in the market. These are the ones we've used. This one, it's a multi-use one, and they love putting their teeth all over that. So these are great. Anything that is small, light, and is multi-use, that's even better. But I mean, like this, I think this was like $2 from Kmart, just super cheap in Australia. Lots of different surfaces. It's easy to hold. If it drops on them, it's not going to hurt their face because they drop everything. Because different types. There's things like this, which go in the fridge or the freezer. Anything to just chill that pain. Loopy length. I love these things. I attach these things to the Jolly Jumper. I attach them to his baby activity centers, to his walker, to the pram, to the car seat, to my handbag. I've taken some in my handbag. I took some to New Zealand. You can hook them all together, make a cool toy. They're nice and colorful. Hook this to like their wood play gym thing. It's not gonna reach them. So like having to hook multiple ones on and it will hang. Not only that, like hooking it to their pram so they can play with things in the car. When he was first born, we were so terrified that our cats were going to jump into the thing and smother him. So we used to put a baby gate over the top of where he was sleeping, just his bassinet. And we use this to do it. So like these things are so useful. They love playing with them. I mean, I've got a couple of them in the shower. You'll love them. Even with his teethers, like I said, like it just hooks them all together. You can hook a whole bunch of teethers together and just give them. You can make toys out of things. Like it's just so super handy. So what we use for teething is Bonjela and Panadol. Panadol lasts for about 6 hours, and Bonjela, I think you can apply it every 3 hours. I absolutely loves this. It is so simple, it's so easy, and it's so safe. Like I cannot even get this thing off myself, so there is no way they're going to be able to choke on it. It is great for their gums, it is great for teething, it's a great way to introduce flavors. It's also great to introduce him to a new thing for his hands to kind of figure out. And because this is something they are going to naturally put in their mouth, it's great that they can figure out how to do it. And look, it's got, even if they're going to chew on this little area, it's got those teething things, so it's nice and relaxing on their gums. But it's also a great little practicing for them to put their little fingers in it, and it's not too big, it's easy for them to hold. It teaches them how to do it themselves, and yeah, you cannot go wrong.
It actually took me a while to find really good quality water resistant bibs that were actually resistant.
So activity centers, that is something definitely that is a must-have.
This was one of the only things we didn't actually buy until we needed it. Looking back, I really wish I had done way more Googling on activity centers and playmats, but I just didn't. I still really like the one we purchased. There's honestly nothing wrong with it, but I've seen a lot better ones that are out there on the market since. Our current one just has a lot of places to hang toys, but the toys built into it are not interchangeable. I like the musical keyboard, but personally, I'd like more areas where you can suction different toys onto it when they get a bit bored of the ones that are currently attached to it. A porta-cot. This is something I really, really wish I had bought a lot earlier than we did. If any Fuller House fans out there, we've used it that way. Fill it with fun toys or snacks and he plays in it. It's great in those later months when they are really moving and climbing. He's fallen into the netting so many times and he's never once hurt himself. It's just a really great safe space for them to be in.
His baby Bjorn, I'll try and show you. When they get to the later part of like 7, 8, 9 months, they really like to be out and be seeing things. So having a carrier is super duper helpful, and one that is supportive of your back and your lower back is just, it's a must, because even if you're only in it for 10 minutes, your back will start to ache. So making sure you get a good carrier and a comfortable carrier for them as well. This one's got so much padding in it. We have used our carrier every day just to go for a quick walk just around our neighborhood with our dogs, and Gray has loved it. He finds this one so comfy. This one's baby Bjorn. Definitely do some research, look at the reviews before you purchase one, because yeah, there's definitely a lot of carriers out there, so you want to know if the one you're buying is a good one.
Gray does have a walker, which I know, it's one of those great debate baby products. Personally, we are totally comfortable with him using it. He doesn't use it all the time. He certainly does love being in it though, and racing around in it when he is in it. Most of the time though, we have it stationed on a rug next to us, which means it doesn't move. It's just, honestly, we use it as really another great station to put him in. One of those great future baby shower gifts I'll be giving is the Jolly Jumper. We're huge fans of it. We got a portable one, and that comes with a stand, which I highly, highly recommend. I love that I can move it all around the house, and he doesn't have to be fixed to one particular doorway. We can have him right in front of us all the time.
Sleep. His noise machine. This is the one we got. Now the reason why we didn't go and buy a big noise machine is because we had the Arlo. So the Arlo has it built in. I'll put up some footage of us using the Arlo up here. It can do a light show. You can just set it to one light. We used to set it to red because I think red is supposed to promote sleep. Whatever you want, voice for up to 10 minutes. There's thousands of different like download noise things. Like you can put a hairdryer, you can put a muffler, like you can put anything you want on this and it will play it in a loop. It's awesome. It has great night vision. I am so impressed with the night vision. I love the fact that I can move it all around the house as well with the tripod, so it's not fixed to the wall. But I bought this one because I think it's great to have a portable one, because you're not going to take this on a pram on a walk with you. It's light, it's small, it's glow in the dark. So I will take you through it right now so you guys can have a listen, because I think it's really important. If you're going to buy a white noise machine or you're going to invest in something, read the reviews, find out what it looks like, what it sounds like, because you're going to be listening to this every single day for so many years. So find out you like it. Yeah, I'll take you through it now so you can hear it. So yeah, there is quite a number of sounds in there. This is his sleep sack. This is by Ergo Pouch. I love Ergo Pouch. The fabric just feels so nice, and they're really pretty looking. I'm a lover of neutral, as I said before, but I highly recommend getting a couple. The reason for that is because accidents happen, especially if you have a boy. We were so strict with changing his nappy. Anytime he peed, anytime that line changed, we changed it. I never wanted him sleeping in anything that was even remotely wet. But I would still find between the time of like 4 and 6, for some strange reason, he would pee, just not all the time, but he would pee and it would literally come through the nappy. I couldn't figure out what was going on, but it meant that this got soaked. And when that happens in the middle of the night and you've only got one, it's like, oh my goodness, like what are we going to do? And so we would have to, I would pass this to Pat and he would rush to the bathroom, or I would rush to the bathroom, and we would wash it and literally stand there with a blow dryer and blow it down. And that takes a while, especially when you're trying to get a baby to sleep. And it would have been so much easier if we just had a second one. We could quickly grab and chuck them on it. We've got some awesome winter ones which are a lot thicker, so they take longer to dry. I remember I had one night where I think he peed and then he dribbled some milk, or some milk leaked down the side and went onto the arm of it, and I was like, nope, it's no problem, I've got a third one, whipped that off. And that was one of those really hard nights. And the same thing with sheets, guys. Buy a couple sets of sheets, because if they're going to wet this, they're going to wet their sheets. So being able to just literally have these things right beside the crib so you can grab one and chuck it on, so much easier. Like, you literally, it just takes a weight off your shoulder, and it's one less thing that you have to rush off and do while trying to juggle a baby. So trust me, take my advice on that one. Okay, this was Gray's little basket. So this has all of his diapers in it. Normally I will have like a pack of them that are pull-ups for the day, because I really love him being in pull-ups during the day. It's easier, especially when they are rolling. When they start to learn to roll, having to deal with tabs during the day is a nightmare. So get a couple that are pull-ups and a couple that like nighttime. I feel like these ones are just, I don't know, I feel like they're thicker. I feel like less accidents happened in these ones. I don't know, maybe that's just me, but yeah, so I definitely have a couple, because at nighttime they're still sleepy, so they're not rolling all around. Container in here, which comes from IKEA, which I've just slotted in there, and that's got his little temperature thing in it. It's got some baby Panadol in there. I don't know if you can see. So this is my little setup. Like, I take it literally everywhere. So you've got the water wipes, you've got nappy balm by Thank You, I've got Eco Store baby moisturizer. Sorry, the camera's not even watching. I've got some Panadol in there. I've got his little pacifier. I've got a little hair clip for myself. I've got his temperature, so I take his temperature every day, in the morning and at night. Some Bonjela. So yeah, it's just an awesome little setup. Some little baggies. These towels are another thing. Now these are just normal, like, little baby cloths, just made of like towel fabric. Loved them. I think we got ours from Big W in Australia. I know you can get them from Amazon as well. Ours came in a pack of 12, and I bought 2 or 3 packs. We just had them literally stacked up next to this thing. But we used it for everything. We would lay him on top of it to change his diaper. We just walked around the house with it over our shoulder, anything milk, just everything. Even in the shower, getting out of the shower, we used these as towels. Absolutely loved them. If I didn't have it over my shoulder, I slept with it some nights when you're like just come home from the hospital with leaking milk and stuff, and even sleeping on top of it. They're just super handy, and so these are something I would definitely give as a gift. I do need to show you my nappy drawer as well, because obviously you've seen this, which is our little setup, like I said, beside the bed that we have. Our drawer during the day, which is just all his nappies. So, but we have them all here. We have our pull-ups, we have a swim diaper, and then just heaps of ones. These are for crawling on his knees. But yeah, it's so handy to have. So this, even just this, is just from IKEA. Okay, so blankets. As you can see here, we have a couple of blankets. These are like 3 amongst 20 blankets. I swear, when people give gifts, one of the things they get for babies is blankets. This one was actually given to me by Pat and Gray, so it's my favorite. This one was for Mother's Day, but you can see it has been used like every single day since Mother's Day. I love this. He sleeps with this every single night. We tuck it under his mattress. This one was given to me by my mum. It's from some company in New Zealand, Field Days show in New Zealand. This is one I bought for Gray. I love the stars, and on the other side it's got the stars there. I think this one is from the Little Linen Company in Australia. They've got some beautiful things. We have 2 teddy bears. He sleeps with Phoenix every single day. If we go for a walk in the pram, he's got Phoenix, but it is super cute and he is obsessed with it, and it's like a comfort toy. This is the one that his dad got him. I love this because it actually wraps around him, so when he's in a really good sleep or even a really light sleep, I can wrap this around it and he thinks it's me. So I took this light to the hospital when I gave birth to him. This has been on with him every single night he's been alive. Do I think it helps? I'm not sure. I think Gray really likes the ambiance. Like, I really think he doesn't like being in pitch blackness. I think he's never been in it before, so he doesn't feel comfortable in it, and he tends to like get upset if he wakes up and it's pitch black. He doesn't know what's going on. So having this warm glow, and as well, it's been really helpful for us because we're getting up in the middle of the night to see what's wrong with him, or to check on him, or change his diaper, or warm up a bottle of milk. So having that orange glow and not having to turn on the bright lights, it's been really, really helpful. There's salt lights everywhere, and they're actually not that expensive. If you know me and you're probably going to have a baby soon, you're probably going to get this as a gift, because I love this. This is absolutely my number one, like, must have. Like, you must have this. When my partner first showed me this, I was like, no, like I want what everyone else has got. I want the sensor that goes under the mattress and goes off if they stop breathing. And I was adamant. And he was like, trust me, all the things that I'm reading, like all the wires, and it's, you know, you can't move the cot around and it's not versatile. Like, he was just like, let's get this. I am so, so glad that he talked me into it, because I love this. I love the company. It is so useful. It is so helpful. This I totally forgot that I bought. I totally forgot I bought this, and we brought him home, and I had my family here from New Zealand, and there was so much going on, and I was so terrified to sleep. So terrified to sleep. My partner is the deepest sleeper in the world, so I thought, if I go to sleep, nobody's watching him. Like, nobody. This is when my family had left and it was literally just us, and I thought nobody's watching him, so I just chose not to sleep. And then, you know, you get to a stage where you can't keep going on, you can't keep functioning. And then I remembered I bought Sensu. So I think at like the 4-week mark, I put Sensu on. So I think it was about the 4-week mark that I remembered that I bought it. And I put it on him, and he's been wearing it pretty much ever since. It is so mobile. Obviously, babies, like I said, they sleep everywhere. They sleep in their pram, they sleep in the cot, they sleep on your floor, they sleep on a mattress on the floor, they sleep in your arms, they sleep in the cart. Like, it's just non-stop. Like, Gray has slept all over this house, and sometimes when a baby is sleeping, you just don't move them and you just sit there and watch them. But this little device, just so handy. The fact that we could move it everywhere, we could go on a road trip and attach it to him, and we can know in the front seat, we don't have to check him, we don't have to pull over and check and make sure he's still breathing, because this will show my phone. It comes up on my phone. I'll put up something here and show you guys, but it will show what his breathing is doing, what his temperature is. It will show what position he's lying in or sitting in. It's just amazing. We have had this go off. We've had it go off, and it's been one of the nights where he's actually needed us. It's never gone off when it didn't need to go off. It's never given us a false alarm, but there was one in particular night, I won't go into it, but it was like, yeah, one of his first nights in his room on his own, and it went off, and it was like the first time he'd like rolled over onto his stomach for the first time, and he was in such a deep sleep, he just stopped breathing. And after 15 seconds, this thing went off, and our phones went crazy, absolutely crazy. So we were able to rush in and grab him and help him. And if it hadn't been for Sensu, I don't want to think about what would have happened. So very thankful for them. It's very light. What it happens is, you can see that comes in 2 things like this. So I'll show you here. You put this under their clothes, and then you clip it through. So it's supposed to go, I think, on the band of their nappy. We've put it all over him. We've put it on the side of him. We've put it on the back of him. We've put it everywhere on him. I accidentally took him out of his onesie, and I stripped him out of his onesie in the morning, and I totally forgot to take this off. And I put the onesie in the wash, and this was still attached, and I was devastated. I was like, oh my god, what are we gonna do? We can't sleep, like, until I order another one and it comes. Like, I was panicking. And we left it in a pot of rice all day long and it was working that night, and it's still working since. But I have ordered another one just in case. So that's how much I believe in this company and how much I believe in this little device. The fact that I have gone out and bought it again shows you how much I am in love with it. So you cannot go wrong with Sensu. Do your own research, go and find, like I said, I think it's always positive to do your own research and review it yourself. But I love it. I think it's a great little company. It shows me, like I said, what position he's lying in, if he's rolled over, if he's breathing, what rate his breathing is, if he's breathing really quickly or really slowly. So it's super helpful, and it really, really does put your mind at ease as a parent, especially as a new parent, when it is already tough. You're having to learn how to trust and how to trust yourself. And I just found like it felt like to me that there was a third person in the room watching over him, and it puts your mind at complete ease. So Sensu, if you're out there and you're watching, thank you very much. We love your product, and you have been an absolute lifesaver during these months. Okay, so feeding. So this is what we got. We didn't get a big high chair stand. It's definitely good to have a couple of spoons. This one is great. It can hook onto a chair if you want it to, but it's got the base which comes out underneath and clips back in very, very easily. It's got the little cup holder. It's been in the shower with him a few times. Yeah, I love it. Sterilizer, obviously to sterilize his bottles, we just went with Tommy Tippy. Having a bottle brush, that is a must. A milk warmer by Tommy Tippy as well, and that came in a pack with our sterilizer and about 10 bottles. 2 minutes to heat up a bottle, it's super fast. We can also leave it on like a setting of 2 and put a bottle in there at night, so it will be ready. So if he wakes up in the middle of the night, we just have to grab the bottle and it's the perfect temperature. Breast pumps. I started with this one. This was given to me. It went through a couple of women, so I didn't actually get to test what it would have been like if it was bought just brand new. To me, I found it very low with the pump. The pump wasn't very strong, and that is why I bought the Philips Advent, which I'm very happy with. Yeah, the LeMays, they just know what they're doing because he's obsessed with all of their toys. Now that I've gone through it, I can fully understand why. Again, that crinkle sound. He loves rubbing his teeth on the different surfaces of them, and if you look from underneath, like, they're all different colors. They make different sounds. You know, his ears pop up, so they're fun, and he like sucks the hell out of the ears. But they're all different. They've all got mirrors. They've got different black and white. This one, his tail moves like you pull the handle, and the feet click. Again, the tail. They love playing with tags. They're great. LeMays. Crinkle toys. I must have walked past these things probably hundreds of times in the store when I was pregnant, and I never thought to buy one. Thankfully, Pat's cousin, when Gray was 10 weeks old, she came to see him and she put crinkle toys in. This again is by LeMays. It's colourful, it's bright, it's soft, so again, if it's going to fall on him, it wasn't going to hurt him. Sucked the hell out of these pages. Each page makes something different. This one squeaks. There's black and white, which they're fascinated with, fishies. So there's tabs on the front. Like I said, they like playing with all these sorts of tabs things. So do not do what we did. Make sure you go and get some crinkle toys. It's great to get them something that can hopefully try and help them to start switching their brain on it, I guess, if you want to say. But he's used these. I've drilled bigger holes in the back of them, but we have these in the shower, and he just plays with them in the shower. And the light, he can take them off. They're different colors. The circle, so we can talk about shapes. This one on the top, like, he loves watching the balls move. So they're super fun. And again, this one was from Amazon. I think it was like $9, so very affordable. He loves playing with his blocks. Yeah, they're bright, they're colorful, all different ways to play with them. They're great. This ball he loves. He's only just starting to learn to kind of push it around, but before he was just like kind of pulling this apart and watching the ball in the middle and looking at all the different colors. So very interactive. He likes the sound. Now, obviously you don't have to go out and get these particular ones, but I'm going to show you what I love about these ones and why Gray enjoys these ones over the other ones. Babies have very tiny little fingers. They don't have much pressure. So being able to have a big button area where they can push is so much easier when the buttons are light. I forgot Scout.
Hi, friend. I love all the colors of the rainbow.
he's now going to go through a massive song. He's very interactive. Sometimes if I've just pushed him, he should go on in another, like, I don't know, 10-15 seconds to grab their attention back to it without them pushing it, which kind of encourages them to push it again. Again, the same thing with this. It's got a basic rolling panel here, the 3 big buttons. And also what I love about this one in particular, you can turn it on and you can turn it off, which is great for parents. He's never really played with these 3 things down the bottom. Now that he's 9 months, he is starting to play with this side of it now. But between 4 and 8, he was more obsessed with this part because this lit up, the big buttons were easy to push, he could hear it speaking, and he was just rolling this. So 2 very great toys that show you.
Great thing to get is baby gates. So you can fix it to the wall. We move it all around the place. Or you can create like a little barrier, so we kind of like lodge it into the couch so it can't move, and he literally like jumps on it and plays on it. And like right now we're going to set up the couch. We've just put a cover over our couch to make sure, because when he's got little treats down there, he doesn't like rub his hands over everything.
Alrighty guys, so that is all for the vlog today. Thank you so much for watching. We hope you have found a product that you are going to go and research, or you're going to write down in your little book. If you are new to our channel, please like and show your support by subscribing. We are brand new to YouTube, so this is all very new to us. But yeah, we hope you stick around for our next video. See you later guys. Bye.
Bye, Granny.
Say bye. See you later guys.